Welcome back to another edition. I win with the greatest. Playing 2K today.
The Timberwolves looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Alan LaForce reporting from the sideline. And it's Kansas City to start out. Here's Drew. Pass to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Shot clock at 5. Here's Knight. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves on offense. Outside Conley. Back to Randall. Rebound by the Kings. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Drew. Thompson right side. Now Knight. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And here is McDaniel. Some solid defense from Knight. Pass to Thompson. Now, here's Johnson. Now, here is Knight. McDaniel's defending. From 12 feet out, Oberding's shot is off. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Down low, Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Johnson right side. Pass to Drew. Outside Knight. Thompson right side. Here's Oberding. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
And so Kansas City now following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from 14. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Now Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Edwards plays with such ferocity.
Kansas City trails by 4. Pass tonight. Here's Drew. Inside. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Wasted no time on that one. Edwards got 5 now.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Johnson outside. And he knocks down the jumper.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Well, the strength of Gobert allows him to finish through contact better than most guys.
Pass to Johnson. Fires from deep. Randall grabs the board. Minnesota leading by 5. McDaniels outside. And here's Randall. Here's Gobert. He's covered by Thompson. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Thompson inside. Back to Johnson. Pass to Thompson. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Conley with a wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And the Kings making a change here. He's off on the first.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Pass to Woodson. And here is Hawes. Guarded by Reed. Tries from 16. Reed with the rebound. Here's Neely. Back to Hawes. And Beringer pulls it down. Now here's Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. Basket good.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Here's Boosie. Nothing on the board. Four on the clock. Here's Hawes. Shoots over Reed. Misses the baby hook. Pass to Edwards. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Beringer.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. High post Johnson to the inside. Back to Knight. Puts it up from 17. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside, Reed. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. Back to Highland. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor. Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Kansas City trails by 14. Inside, here's Oberding. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Reed misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Back to Johnson. Pass to Knight. Here's Drew. Defended by DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Here's Oberding. Up again. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. .110 left in the first half. Pass to Oberding. Now Thompson. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Down low. Here's Knight. The putback. Here's Thompson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And Edwards, no good on that one.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
High post, Gobert. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Minnesota, they had shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier. No good on that one.
And Gobert knows his role on this team. Rebound, block shots, and look to score near the basket.
And the second free throw, good. Kansas City trails by 13. Outside Knight. 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Great D that time from Edwards. High post, Gobert. At the elbow, Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Pass to Drew. Here's Oberding. And he drops it in from the low post. Oberding's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Edwards. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Here's Drew. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. To the middle. And Randall throws it down.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Oberding. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Now, Gobert. He's covered by Thompson. Out to Conley for the 3. Drills it from outside. Conley's got 5 points so far.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Thompson inside. And he makes good on the layup. He has 6.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Minnesota leading by 16. Outside for Randall. To the paint. Here's Bellinger.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Kings moving the ball around. Back to Thompson. And it's blocked. To the inside. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Minnesota making a switch here. Kansas City trails by 20. Pass to Oberding. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. The free throw off from Conley. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Edwards. Thompson with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Fires from 14. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And, Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
On the wing, Johnson. Drew. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Thompson. No good with the layup. Minnesota leading by 22. To the middle. Here's Highland. Knight grabs the board. Stolen by Reed. Left side, Edwards. Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Shoots a three. That one misses. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 17-6 run. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Here's Neely. And he uses the glass on the layup.
If the possession ends with a shot in close, you've done something right.
Pass to Berenger. Latrey. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels at 5 now.
And when McDaniels is hitting this, look out, because it opens up everything else for him offensively.
So both teams changing it up here. Randall outside. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. And that one misses. Here's Neely. Pass to Boosie. And here is Johnson. Here's Woodson. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. To the left side wing. Back to Randall. McDaniels outside. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. He's looking for DiVincenzo and finds him. Just 5 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Randall no good. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Boosie. Johnson outside. Stolen by McDaniels. Inside. DiVincenzo. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the
okay.
mid-range, he makes shots.
It sucks that you make a living with this. I don't have to. Just having fun.
Here's Neely.
Blah, 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 blah. Be
With the
quiet.
rebound.
You know you're not even getting paid for this.
It's Edwards on the wing.
He feels like a man because he's winning a video.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And McDaniels with the block.
I'm so hurt that I'm losing a
Outside,
game.
Reed. McDaniels outside.
Someone has to use such profanity.
To the paint. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Probably.
And the slam.
Short man
If Rudy gets
complex.
that ball anywhere near the rim,
I
he
was
is going
bullied
to
in high school.
And it's Woodson missing.
It's the only place you
And the
can find
Timberwolves with
salvage.
possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Pass to Edwards.
Whoa, this world is going crazy.
Sweet move. And Edwards with the
Tight.
stop.
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Anthony Edwards.
Game just got better and better.
Johnson outside.
Got him.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the
For
court.
those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Overding. Gobert pulls it in.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Pass to Drew. Plenty of space.
In your face.
Green for 2 points.
And with those
It does feel
points,
good.
he puts an end to
Oh,
that
I made a shot.
10-0 run
Take
by
that.
the Timberwolves.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
I understand.
Another good play. This is how they built
Does
the
feel
lead.
good when you make a
Calling
shot.
on the right guy
So hard to shoot on
at
this
the
guy.
right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The shot by Knight, no good.
And
Back.
so it's going to end up in the record
Back
books
on
as
D.
a blowout, a dominating performance for Minnesota.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball.
Good
And
defense.
I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him today.
Rick.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot
Sorry.
clock violation. They turn it over.
Timberwolves. Julius Randle. Mike Conley.
There's 47 seconds left in the
Good.
fourth. Good ball movement here by the Kings.
Good. Good.
Down low. Here's Overding. Here's Thompson. And
Yeah.
there's the bucket. Stay
In
with
the
it on the
face.
offensive glass, getting it done.
In the face.
Good effort to stay with the play and save the possession.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Outside Conley. And the basket by Edwards.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
The shot by Knight, no good. Edwards drives in.
Rick.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one.
On my hip, this feel like it's law and order. You know I stay lit, I just demon when I slide, I can't pull up in nothing normal. Talking pants, I drop 9 on this trip, dressing formal. Two on my hip, this feel like it's law and order. You know I stay lit, I just demon when I slide, I can't pull up in nothing normal. Talking pants, I drop 9 on this trip, dressing formal. Bands everywhere, scraping at my feet, hey, what the ones aggressively, don't touch my slip up, oh, you awoke the wrong bell. My worth 80,000 now she can't get up on your flight mileage over 80,000. Yeah, I can't amount to my pocket. It is what it is, don't like to do no talk. Be tripping up in here, these in my garment, all through the crib. I stroll with no lights on. Feel like Gotham up in here, but joke with me, I get you. I ain't never feeling scared. I don't condone. Stay with me, that won't leave me alone. On my hip, this feel like it's Law and Order. You know I stay lit, I just. Even when I slide, I can't pull up in nothing normal. Talking pants.